So my gauge a couple of days ago started like moving super slowly and never really reaching the top while I was extracting, and then after I stopped it would just super slowly come back down, and now it's completely stopped working. So I started watching YouTube about what might be wrong and how I could replace it, and I found this video. So I find this guy's video and he says about replacing the gauge.
Before you even consider replacing your gauge, be absolute certain that your gauge is in fact the problem.
And then I think, well, I could build all of that, or I could just know that my gauge is stuffed because I can hear the overpressure gauge chirping away and the shot extracts. If I had 0 bar, I wouldn't be extracting any coffee, and the overpressure gauge wouldn't be working. And then he also said,
So hopefully it is, because you do not want to have to replace the gauge on this machine. I've done a fair bit of work on this machine over the last few weeks here, and this is the most difficult and the task or part that I've replaced. It is also the one that is probably most likely to break something else in the unit, particularly the wiring.
Sounds like a challenge.
now I'm going to try to do this a much more simpler way than what he did it. Just take off the 2 nuts holding on to its backing plate and remove it, whack it back in, put the 2 nuts back on, bam, thank you very much, done. Down there, I've already got one of the little nuts off the back. It's a bit hard to see in there. There we go. All right, down in there. There we go, you can see I've got the thread there. I've got one of the nuts off. Little tiny ring spanner here, 7mm. And get in there and get onto it. Got this one loosened up already. And to finish getting the nut off without losing the nut inside, I use the magnetic tip screwdriver to just spin it off, and the screwdriver holds on. To get the first one, I took this probe out of the way. That's why the pin isn't in it. I've already disconnected that off the top of the gauge, as you can see. So if I can get this gauge out without having to fully remove, show you what I'm doing there, without having to fully remove this plate. However, getting these nuts back on, if I was to replace the gauge, I think that would be quite the feat. Here we go. But if I can get this, ta-da, get this gauge out of here now, that would be something that was not said is possible in that video. Anyway, that is a dirty looking top on the top of that gauge, isn't it? It's probably not surprising that the gauge stopped working. Gauge just pops out. Get my finger on the inside of it and hair. Let's get that thing out of the way. Nope, I don't want to move. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's out of the way. Get my finger in there and ta-da! Gauge removed, baby. Gauge removed. Oh yeah. And that is block solid. Locked solid. See if we can get a focus. So didn't end up using that. It didn't work. What did I use? Was it this little tiny needle? Oh, it's hard to pick up. Come on. Yeah, I was able to jam it in, break away the crusty blockage, and the water in there was like chalky coloured. I wiped the needle on my pants here. They're chalky, white, creamy coloured water that was coming out. I just held it under the tap and rinsed it, and it seems to have rinsed out. I shook it, and some milky colored water came out. Anyway, so I haven't got a syringe. I'd love to squirt water in there with a syringe, but anyway, I don't seem to have got water inside the gauge when I rinsed it under the tap. I don't have a new one to put in, so I'm going to start the fiddly process of putting this back in and see if I can get the mastery over these tiny little nuts without having to lift the front panel off. And if I have, I'm going to award myself the master's level, ninja level award of doing this job without removing the backing plate or lifting the front panel. I'm gonna try to put this little washer on there. Ooh, that's not easy. Okay. This is probably gonna be impossible, but hey, no harm in trying. Oh, where'd that go? Oops. It's gone. Well, maybe I don't need a washer on it. Okay, so I've somehow managed to fluke getting this nut to spin on with the tip of my... Woo! No washer, but that is on there. Okay. See if I can do it again. Oops. This one. Once again, we will attempt the washer. Attempt it. No, you dirty little rat bag, get on there. Oh yeah, baby. Let's put that back in the, get back in the hole. Go back home where you belong. All right, now you got that washer on there like a no man business. All right, come on, Cletus. Let me see you get this nut on there. I don't know how you did it the first time, but you're gonna have to try to do it again. You do it twice. Oh, there we go. Camera angle was pointing wrong angle. You do it twice, Cletus. You're gonna be Ninja. I'm gonna be your #1 fan. You're Mr. Ninja Man. Oh yeah, baby. You done it twice. You get level 6 Ninja awards. You got number 42. Level 10. Dexterity maxed out. Yeah, boy. You got dexterity numbers like more than you have fingers. All right, we got our nuts back on. -1 washer, which is falling down inside there somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that's not important. We got one good nut and washer on there. All right, well, I think I deserve a reward. I'm gonna have another beer. I already had 2. Maybe that's why I was so damn good like a ninja and all that. That's tight. All right. Get in here and do this one. Whoa. Getting finger cramps in my camera hand. How's that look inside? Has it got any of that milky water in there? Can't see any. Let me blow on it. Ooh, it's bubbly. It's bubbly inside. Maybe I just blew the muck out of the pipe and back down through that solenoid valve thing. You know what I want to know? Why do these always end up sticky and yucky? These pipes, nobody's ever explained it. Yuck. I had a Simonelli commercial machine in my little cafe van for, like, I was only running it for a year. And these things, in less than a year, were all sticky and yucky. Look at that, slimy, sticky muck. And this espresso machine's probably like getting close to 10 years old. But anyway, let's see if we can get this in here. This is gonna be tight. It's not gonna wanna go back home where it belongs. But we'll try to force it. We'll try to force it on there. Using all my ninja skills. I'm gonna stick my finger right up. Oh, there we go. Got it back on top. Got my finger on top of it. Well, maybe it's on. I'm gonna try to put that little clippy thing in there. All right, so mission accomplished with the help of my Leatherman. I was able to hold the clip sideways in the jaws here and just get it in there and just bam, jammed it in tight. Pops it. Okay. We got our gauge back in. It's not upside down. That's a good thing. And we're about to go and test her out, see if she works. She's just finished heating back up after my job. And I'm gonna whack that blind portafilter in. Okay, that's in. Let's see if we get pressure now. Okay. Yeah, baby, she works again. 9.5. Let's have a look at that back flush. Oh yeah. I just cleaned this drip tray not long ago, so it looks like it needed the back flush. This is how I make my coffee in the morning every day. Use the manual button, pre-infuse manually. Do the rest of the shot, full pressure, then turn it off. I think I want to do the Slayer mod next.